Iran's foreign minister has pushed back against Donald Trump's claims that Tehran wants a deal to end the war, insisting his country is ready to defend itself for as long as it takes. The US president had earlier indicated that the regime was interested in negotiations, but said the terms weren't good enough yet. It comes as the two sides continue to exchange strikes, with explosions reported across several countries in the Middle East today.
Picking through the debris of what was once their homes. These residents of Tehran today returned to see what they could salvage after US-Israeli airstrikes reduced several apartment blocks to rubble. In Iran and across the Middle East, civilians are shouldering a heavy toll of a war now in its 16th day. More than 2,000 people have been killed. And despite Donald Trump's claims that Iran is ready to negotiate, Tehran remains defiant.
We never asked for a ceasefire, and we have never asked even for negotiation. We are ready to defend ourselves as long as it takes. People being killed only because President Trump wants to have fun.
That last line an apparent reference to Donald Trump's comments that he would attack Iran's Carg Island oil hub again, quote, just for fun. Iran's defiance continues to be felt across the region, with several people reported to have been injured after Iranian missiles breached air defence systems in central Israel today, while explosions were also reported in several Gulf countries. In Lebanon, Israel has issued another evacuation order for Beirut's southern suburbs. It claims it is targeting Iran's ally, the militant group Hezbollah, but Lebanon says 100 children have been killed in the campaign so far, with tens of thousands of others displaced. Reports of direct talks between Israel and Lebanon in the coming days were today dismissed, further dampening hopes of a swift end to this regional war. Kate Varley, RTÉ News.
A husband, wife and two of their young sons have been shot dead by Israeli forces in the West Bank. The Bani Odeh family were travelling in a car when they came under fire. Two other young boys survived the attack. The IDF said it was responding to a perceived threat and that the incident is under review.
As the Israeli military causes destruction in Iran, it also continues to devastate communities in the West Bank, as Palestinians mourn the killing of a young family by Israeli soldiers. Ali Khaled Bani Odeh, 37, his 35-year-old wife Wad, and two of their boys, Othman, aged 7, and Mohammed, just 5, were killed by gunshots to the head while sitting in their car in Nablus. 12-year-old Khaled said they had just left a restaurant when the gunfire killed everyone in the car except him and his younger brother Mustafa. A soldier pulled me out of the car and beat me, he said. They pulled out my brother Mustafa. They tried to beat him, but I blocked them. So they pushed me to the ground and kicked me with their boots. 3 Palestinians, including another small boy, were killed when an Israeli airstrike destroyed their family home in the Nuseirat refugee camp in Gaza. Hamas said 8 Gazan police officers were killed when Israeli planes targeted their vehicle in Al-Zawaida. 2 more people died when a fire broke out in a tented camp following tank shelling in Han Yunis. The latest deaths come after the United Nations said in February that 5,492 Palestinians had been killed in Gaza since the supposed ceasefire on October 10th last. And in January, the Israeli military accepted the death toll of more than 70,000 since October 2023, reported by Gaza's health ministry, was largely accurate. Fergal Gallagher, RTÉ News.